Let me know when you're ready.
We're recording already.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Megadad's Bonus Level, where you give us a topic of discussion and we give you our stupid opinion. Megadad's Bonus Level is brought to you by our patrons. If you would like to learn more about becoming a Megadad's patron, visit patreon.com/Megadads.
Just like it shows.
How's it going, Adam?
Just like it shows up here.
Right. Is it over there?
It's up. It's up here.
All right, up there.
It's up in that area. It's
Right up in
slightly above your noggin.
slightly above my head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you would like to send your question or topic to us to cover in a future episode, email us at megadadsblog@gmail.com or send us a note on Twitter. We are at megadadsblog, and we would love to hear from you. We're running a little low on topics, so please send some along. Any topic, could be gaming related, it can be children related, it can be pop culture, it can be about tapioca pudding.
If you want to talk about those bumps on your ass,
We'll give you some medical advice for the bumps on your ass.
send us a photo.
Just
Send John a photo.
Send me a photo.
Yeah,
I
John,
would gladly take a photo of your butt.
he likes bumps.
I do like mumpy butts. So this week's,
This week, this is a bi-weekly show.
this is a bi-weekly show.
Mhm.
Every other Friday, you can look forward to a brand new episode. This week's question comes to us from good friend of the show.
Good friend of
Good
mine.
friend of ours.
I don't know if he
Good
likes
friend of
you. I don't know if he likes you very much.
I get the impression he doesn't,
Right.
but I just kind of wanted to get in on some of that.
I don't like the hand. You want to get in on some of this.
Get in on this. Mr. Paul Lloyd sent in this one.
He's from Europe.
He is from Europe. He has a sexy accent. If you're unfamiliar with Paul Lloyd, he does some great Let's Play videos on the YouTubes.
He does.
Should look him up.
Should look him up.
Look him up. Watch some of his videos. So Paul Lloyd had a interesting
He's a strange son of a bitch.
question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read from my phone
Okay.
to make sure I get it exactly right. So he wanted to know, would you rather be attacked by a horse-sized duck or 7 duck-sized horses? I'm worried about you, Paul. I'm worried about you.
He just needs somebody to talk to. My first question is, okay, so 1 horse-sized duck, that makes sense. But why 7 ducks? Does 7 ducks equal the size of a horse? You know what I mean? Like, is there a balance there that I'm missing?
I think that's just because if you have... Hi, I'm back.
Hi.
If you have 1 duck-sized horse,
Right.
that's not very threatening. So you
Right.
got to get multiple
Just
duck-sized horses.
7 is a very specific number. Could have said
It
10.
is-
Could have said a dozen.
Right, that would be obvious.
I
Paul
wonder-
doesn't strike me as an obvious kind of guy.
Well, I just wonder if he's done the research. Like if
If he-
done the duck to horse ratio,
If he weighed a duck,
added up 7 ducks,
weighed a horse,
weighed a horse.
and that's what he came up with.
Right.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know what they do over there in the Europes.
That's pretty much all they have is ducks and horses. It's just like flat ground. There's a couple porta potties, and then ducks and horses, and
Ducks and horses.
maybe like a fence.
Right. So, this is a toughie.
I think this is the easiest one we've ever had.
Yeah?
Well, my answer is it's like if I'm worried about my own survival or my own safety, I know exactly where I go.
It's the 7 duck-sized horses.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I mean, if you think of a duck,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you take a horse and a duck, if they were like the same size, a duck is probably automatically a little more threatening, I would say.
Are you talking like an average size duck, like a standard duck?
I'm saying if you took them as equals.
Okay.
You know,
I don't think you even have to take that. I think you just say like a normal ass duck versus a horse. I'm more scared of a duck.
I mean, they got the beaks.
Mm-hmm.
They can like nip at you.
Right.
They can fly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like
Flutter all over the place?
A horse that could fly at you and with a beak, a giant ass beak.
I think a horse is more powerful than a duck, but for some reason, like, I trust a horse.
Right. I mean, a horse isn't likely to just straight up attack you.
I see like any duck, and I'm just like, I'm looking at you sideways, duck.
You just turn and walk the other way.
I don't know what you're thinking.
Right.
Just crapping all over the place and quacking.
They are unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a horse, as powerful as they are, when you shrink that down to a compact size,
that's nothing. It's nothing.
Even if he gives you a good kick.
We're doing a video show here, John. Try to keep your screen on. Amateur hour.
Even a kick from a tiny little horse isn't going to be all that devastating.
Right.
It's not going to do that much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a horse-sized duck,
oh my god,
could kill you instantly.
You think of like the size, how much of a duck is its beak, and then you just like he could like just swallow your ass whole.
He probably could.
Right. Ugh. Plus, birds in general are just like gross creatures, aren't they?
They're fairly
just like any kind of bird I don't like. They're just like dirty, and like their feathers are all just like bleh.
And they just crap everywhere.
They crap everywhere.
Can you imagine like the duck crap from a duck that large?
Oh my god.
That is horrific.
It'd be like you every time you come over to my house.
Just white smears over everything, like on your car. Just this giant white turd.
John,
on your
again?
I'm just hovering above your windshield.
I'm like throwing pieces of bread at you down by the pond. Go home, John.
So yeah, I think you're correct. I think it's 7 duck-sized horses.
It's really the easiest one as far as like there was no back and forth for me.
No. Although I do like the idea of like putting a saddle
on the duck,
some reins on a duck and riding a duck. I mean, you basically got a chocobo then, just riding a big ass duck around.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty awesome.
But again, it comes down to trust, and I don't trust a duck.
I would never trust a duck.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. That's just pure life lesson right there.
It's tomfoolery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to do it for this episode of Megadad's Bonus Level. Thank you to Mr. Paul Lloyd for that
Paul.
Really weird and wonderful question. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
If someone wants to become a Megadad's patron, what the heck do they do?
They go over to patreon.com/Megadads.
That's convenient.
And you can pledge as little as $1 a month and
$1.
join the crew. And as John has attested to, $1 can go far.
It can go a long way.
Yeah.
A very long way.
Yeah.
With change left over.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would like to send a suggestion for a future episode, a topic of conversation, or a question you would like us to answer, email us at megadadsblog@gmail.com or send us a message on Twitter at megadadsblog.
Or just leave a little note on John's pillow.
Or just whisper into my ear. I want to know about ducks and horses.
I want to know about ducks and horses. That wasn't even the question. Can't just, what does that mean? We just explain to people what ducks and horses are?
Maybe. someone sends us it, we will.
We will.
Someone, we will.
We'll do that.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to tune in every other Friday for another episode of Megadad's Bonus Level.
Bye.